Old Erin Williams has been designing clothes for a couple of years now. Although her focus has mainly been on t-shirts, she's been looking forward to designing dresses for a day. She knew this was a career for her since she was 5.
My grandmother came over and she was sewing up clothes for me, and I said, "What are you doing?" And she told me she was sewing dresses, and I helped her and I liked it.
My
warm breeze flowing through my hair. I could see 4 miles around and people everywhere. I could feel that I was free and go anywhere.
Erin begins her day at Elaine's design studio. Elaine finds out what type of dresses to make by finding out first what the client wants.
Quite often, someone will come in and say, "I want a gown." And you think, okay, what would you like? So I take my sketchbook, which is right over there, and see, right there. Thank you. And start talking to them about what they would like. And they say, well, I want something with a full skirt. Huh? So we take a page and we just draw in the body a little bit.
Erin, do you know what you'd like your wedding dress to look like?
No.
Yeah, you want to tell me?
Just think about it. Think about anything. Just.
I'm not sure.
You like a big traditional gown with a full skirt and a train?
Not too fancy.
Not too fancy? Okay, keep it simple. There's a lot of things that have a lot of beading and stuff on, but you can get those anywhere. We go to something really simple. Take a square neck and maybe a puffy sleeve like that. If it's a summer wedding, you could go to a short sleeve. If it's a fall or winter, we'd go to a long sleeve. Say something like this, that's full and has a rose in there, and maybe a bow. And then the traditional point in the front, because it makes you look very tiny, and all girls want to look very tiny. Or most of them. But whether you're tiny or not doesn't really matter, because we can make it look beautiful on anybody, just by making sure the style is right for them. See, then you'd have the full skirt. Maybe not too full in the front. And then there'd be a train in the back, which maybe we'd put little pearls along here. See this? We have some little tiny pearls I'll show you in a while. They fit along there, and then maybe again at the waist. And you can, if you want, put more beaded appliques down the front. It has some interest there. And then because a lot of people are going to see you from the back when you're standing in the church, right, the back more interesting as well. Drop the waist down a little bit, and then bring it out to a train. And the train you can have as long as you like, depending on how big the church is. If you're in a really small church, you don't want a big train. But if you're in a big church, then you can have as long a train as you want. But if you're not very tall, you don't want a Princess Diana type train, because it looks like you're a little dot, little midget standing on a big dress. So it's fairly simple. The lines are simple, but it has a lot of, because it's the day to be a fairy princess. Yeah. It's the one day you get to get really, really dressed up, and it's your day.
Yeah.
Fabric, the cutting begins. I was lucky enough to be around for that.
Okay, you can pin that end from over there. There you go. And to make it easy to pin, push your pin against the table and then bring it out.
So I take these out and pin the end?
No. Bring this over to that. That's a girl. That's it. Works, huh? It's a short pin. There you go. Okay, and that last one. Great. And then we do the same with this. Sometimes the pins bend and they're a little more difficult to cope with. And then again, we make sure that it came straight on the line. And that's pretty good. And after we cut these pieces, we'll sew them together on the machine. That just is dull. How did you make your shirt?
Well, I got fabric and I cut out the things I wanted. And I ironed it onto a thing called Wonder Under. And then I peeled it off the Wonder Under. And I put it on the t-shirt and I put a damp gloss over it and I ironed it on. And then I painted it.
And you painted it with?
With a fabric.
That's really pretty. And you put gold around the edges?
Yeah.
And did the little flowers?
Yep.
They're really cute.
And that and
Then you put your name on it. That's great. That stuff works well. Okay, back to this. Cut the piece out again. Okay, then this piece too. Follow this line. Okay, now we're at the next stage, when we've had all the dress cut out. You take this off.
this one.
Oh, great, thanks. Okay, now this is going to be the piece underneath the main lining. So we take the material, we lay it flat, and we pin this piece just roughly to the interfacing. We haven't cut the real material yet. This happens to me all the time. I lose the pins. There they are. Okay. Now this is the center front, so you don't have to worry about being the right way, because if you put one over the other with the right side out, it's the right way. Just pin it enough that it will hold. Do you use a sewing machine at all at home?
No, I just do it.
Do it by hand? Okay.
I don't have a sewing machine at home.
Oh, you have to get a sewing machine.
My mom won't let me.
Not yet? Well, I guess I was 10 when I started to sew. So you have a couple of years yet.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the center front. Now for the sides, we have to make sure that they both come one for each side. So you turn the linings to face each other.
Yeah.
Then you're sure it's right. And you lay the piece on top. And then you lay the other piece on top. So now you know that these are going to work the same way. If they both face this, then you'd be wrong. Because if this piece was on top of this, then you'd get two exactly the same. So you have to make sure they face each other. Okay? There. And we pin this on, and then we'll go to the machine. Here, do you want to put a couple of pins in that one?
Okay.
So you guys having fun?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, because we're making something that's going to turn into a real dress.
Now, is this what you'd really like to do, Erin?
Yes.
You think you'd like to work with Elaine someday?
Mm-hmm.
Now, does everyone who becomes a dress designer, do they have to have an E in their name?
I don't know, but it sure helps.
Michael got all the cutting and pinning done, and then it was on to the sewing machine.
Okay. Here, we come into this room now and come to the machine. Turn it on. It's very high speed, so you have to be very careful. I'm going to turn that light on for a moment. Now, if you do this from the wrong side, so that the stiff side is up and the silky side is down, it holds better.
The end product needs a little touching up.
Final stage of what we're doing. This dress has all now, from the original sketch we looked at, the dress has been put together, and the girl's been in and tried it on, and now I have a few adjustments to make. See over here, it's bunching a little bit over here, which means this ribbon's a little tight. So we're going to open this here and move it over so that it gives it a little more space there. And we decided when we got to it that we wanted to sew these ribbons down. So we're going to take the pins. Would you like to hold the pins, Erin? That's. We're going to mark where we'll pin it down. So all the way through here, it'll be pinned flat. And then when I'm ready to finish, I take it off the dummy and put it on do it on the machine. And then when I'm all done, I'll look at it on the mannequin.
What's the difference between a dummy and a mannequin?
Okay, on the dummy, see she has a padding on her, and it means that I can put pins, I can put it on, I don't have arms or anything to worry about, and I can pin right into the dummy. And it doesn't have a head, and it's also adjustable. See here? These open and close the dummy so it can be made a little smaller or a little bigger. And the mannequin is the kind they use it to display the dresses in a department store or somewhere. So you dress her and her arms and things move, her hands move, the part of her body comes off. So you can put the dress on and then put it back and get it all done. And that's just for display purposes.
Oh, okay.
You can't really work on her. Okay, now here we decided, come down a little bit and I'll show you what we decided here. We're going to put lace on the edge of the dress. So we're going to pin the lace on. You want to try pinning some of the lace?
Okay.
Just put it to the edge and put a pin through. There you go. That's good. Okay, then we have the final ruffle, which is already made up. I did that. And we're going to lift this. We'll actually have a lining to pin it to, but for now we'll pin it to the skirt, the underskirt, to see how it's going to look. Okay, let me come over to the other side of you. Whoops, I'm going to take my shoes off, because I work better without them. Oops, the lace is in the way. There, can you hold on to that for me? That's a great. No, we go too long. Okay, so we're pinning this to show us where it's going to be. And then we'll add the lining to the dress when we put it on the machine and add the ruffle to the lining. And you see along here, the ruffle's been finished so that it doesn't have any raw edges of material hanging down, because then it looks better that way. This will go all the way around. We'll remove this for the second. And we can see where how the dress is going to look. It has double ruffle, and it comes over like that. See, oh, here are some little roses that will be sewn into the dress. All three of them there, and we're putting some at the top. And then this bow goes over here to match this one. You get a lot of exercise doing this. So we'll sew the ribbons on there.
So how you guys doing?
Fine.
We're doing well.
Did you like the dress?
Yeah.
It's very beautiful, isn't it? Would you like that for your own wedding?
No,
No.
it's too fancy.
But would you design it for someone else?
Yeah.
If they gave you money.
Yeah.
Or if that's what they wanted.
So do you think being a dress designer would be a lot of fun, or? So you still want to do it? After all the work you have to do? Well, that's good then. Well, thank you, Elaine.
You're very welcome. It's nice meeting you, Erin.
Nice meeting you.
Hi.
What do you wanna be when you grow up? If you could could choose anything, I know that it will come true. Would you like to wish on a star and dream